Try normal mode. Oh, throwing shade there. It's like, yeah, good for you, buddy, on your easy mode. All right, well, let's listen to him. Let's go right into normal mode. Let's do this back to back. Let me just double check that I did switch it to normal. Yep. All right, round 2. Going for the next score on the leaderboard. Our next goal here, this one's tougher. I should clear it though. So this next goal that I have is 228, 230 on normal mode. I feel like I'm gonna pull that off. And now that I'm warmed up too. So I got a question for the folks in the chat here. We're talking about games we've all liked. What is everybody's favorite Zelda game? All right, as big fan of the Zelda series, with the exception of the last 2, which I have my reasons for that, but always really been a big Zelda fan. So for everyone, what is your favorite Zelda game in the series? Please put it in the chat. For me, Link to the Past, followed by Ocarina of Time, followed by Zelda 2. I absolutely love Zelda 2. I'm not just saying that. I always have. In fact, when I was a little kid and that was the newest one, I would always rent Zelda 2 over Zelda 1. Nobody loves Zelda 2. Well, buddy, I love Zelda 2. Right here. This guy. All right? So we do exist. And also, Zelda 2 was very influential on the future of the series once it went to 3D. A lot of stuff, like a lot of the towns, a lot of the sages, all share names and callbacks to Zelda 2. Moves like the down thrust, all that comes from Zelda 2. Tiff says that her brother and her used to always play Zelda 2. Yeah, I mean, Zelda 2 was awesome. And, it was one of those games. It definitely, was the old playground system. So, Sporty, like you were saying before, we were talking about, gaming back in the day. While I never played in the 80s, I played starting in 1990. And, in the early 90s, we were very much, just kind of word of mouth on the playground for games like Zelda and Zelda 2 and stuff like that. That's kind of how we figured it out. Like, somebody got to a certain point, oh, how'd you do that? All right, and then you would go home and try it yourself, and, like, everyone would just kind of inch forward little by little, almost together. It was actually kind of cool. I did not draw my own maps, though. That I just kind of memorized. All right, so I got a kind of a crappy drop here. I only got the extra point, the extra jewels, and not the flame whip. So, not my favorite, but it'll be all right. All right, no ghost here, so that's still out in normal mode as well. But we still got that one. Okay. Nope, only one. But yeah, so everybody can talk about my love of Zelda 2, but nobody's told me what their favorite Zelda was. So, what do we got? What are your favorites here? What's doing it for you? Do you like the originals? Do you like the 3D ones? Which kind of 3D ones? Are you all about the new ones? Do you love the open world format of them? Which Zelda does it for you? Are you a fan of the CDI games, alright? Are those your favorite Zeldas? I know those people exist somewhere. Someone's got to be a CDI Zelda fan. Ocarina of Time. Excellent choice, Tiff. Ocarina of Time was the first game I ever pre-ordered in my life. And if you pre-ordered, you got the gold cartridge. So I remember we pre-ordered it. It came out around Thanksgiving. We brought our N64 with us with our new copy of Zelda to Thanksgiving and spent that whole day just like getting acquainted with it and like going through the early stages. Yeah, I love Ocarina of Time. It is so good. Alright, still no bats. Oh wait, I'm thinking of a different state, different area. Alright, they're shooting threes here. Alright, did they have the bats come out at me or no? Nope, no bats. Trying to avoid that, but sometimes Rip gets caught. And for these, by the way, just don't jump. Don't jump or fall on them. If you walk on them, it's fine. It's just a drop on them flips them over. And that's every Castlevania game where they have the flip platforms. Alright, Princess Tomato Pie says, used to have ice cream and Zelda sleepover parties in the summer. Awesome! That sounds like a good time. I'm still throwing them slow. Nice. Well, as always, you want to hop here. Ah! I have a feeling they were going to shoot that out at that time. That's annoying. Oh no! Take that! Kick you right in the face. Alright. 35,850 going into level 2. Not the best, took a few bumps there that I probably shouldn't have, but no big deal. We are still very much on track to clear this. Tiff says, so Sporty Spice says, sounds like a blast. Princess Tomato Pie says, my brother and I are really close in age, so we had the same friends and had a huge sleepover parties. Awesome. Oh, Vinny. So Vinny is Tiff's brother, and he is a police officer down in Florida. And the only time he has ever discharged his weapon was at an alligator. An alligator hissed at him, and he ran away screaming and shooting at it. He's also the only cop in the department ever to hit his own cop car. He was pulling away in his personal car and backed into his cruiser. So he got into an accident with himself. Good old Vinny. Alright, they're down. Alright, let's go ahead and take out the person causing the flood here. Let's lure them out a little bit, because if you don't, they get like crappy jumps. And they kind of like try and trick you, like that, right? And you don't really have much room to get out of the way. It helps to kind of lure them to the middle. I'm going to let them hit. Wherever you're standing is exactly where that blade is going to land. Hey, thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. So everybody, SU2C is from Stand Up to Cancer. It is for the first time, actually. Thank you. Yeah, so they are from the organization who we're doing this fundraiser for. Once again, Stand Up to Cancer, great organization, raises tons of money every year for cancer research all around the world. So definitely a very worthy cause, and I'm really proud to be doing this stream on their behalf. Thank you, really appreciate it. I've been trying my absolute hardest, by the way, to keep the language clean, I swear. I've only had 2 slips. I read it in the rules. Fine, thank you. Yeah, when Andy put up the post saying he's looking for people to to join and do these streams, I instantly jumped right on. And once again, everyone who's here, go drop Andy a follow. They are under the name of Love Retro BTW on Instagram, as well as on Discord, Blue Sky, and a number of other places. But really, really awesome fella. And also a fellow high score world record holder. I mentioned this before, but they have the world record high score for TNC Surf Designs on the original Nintendo, which anyone who's played that knows that game is brutally difficult. Andy has mastered the surfing, which is just crazy, because nobody mastered the surfing, but Andy did. Ah, I can't believe that thing hit me. Oh, I almost jumped off. Let's replenish our health here with a little wall meat. 1 second. Claim to fame, thanks for voting for me. So yeah, so everybody, SU2C here, this is actually Andy who I'm talking about. I wasn't entirely sure, so I figured I'd mention them and then they would out themselves, which my plan worked perfectly. But yes, this is the famous Andy who helps organize all this every year. Alright, so yeah, and Andy, we already did the first leaderboard clear, so easy mode was taken down with over 300,000. We're just doing the second one now for normal mode. It's crazy how much stuff is omitted from easy mode. Oh yeah. Well, I'm happy to actually do this. I announced that I was going to do this, not as a charity stream, but just as an event back at PAX. So I was like, oh, why don't I just do it for the fundraiser stream? That'd be awesome. And so here we are. Thanks for a ride here. Boom. Take that! Oh, that's a good freeze frame. Right in motion, ready to go with it. Got an ad coming up in 48 seconds. All my subscribers, I will keep playing. As I used to pause for the ad breaks and do a be right back, but then I realized I was like, I'm kind of not giving the subscribers their money's worth. So now I play through them. That's your bonus. Alright, Leaning Tower Pizza, we got these harpies here. Okay, so they got their spears back, and you gotta hit them twice. So on easy mode, they don't even have those spears, and they only take one shot. Which makes them a lot easier. Ugh, those harpies are the worst. Ah! I had it for... Uh-oh, I whipped its head off. Yikes. I had the flame whip for all of like not even a second. There we go. Now I gotta do this with no flame whip. Oh, the eye is here. Alright, so we've lured them out of their place. Down you go. I can't get the extra couple hundred points here, which sucks, so I just have to kind of get that spot right in the middle of them. Because you don't have a long enough whip to hit the bottom one without the flame extension. What I like to do here is just go right past that archway in the background, and then if you jump straight up, you'll land right on the platform. You guys are done. Andy says, thanks so much, man. I'll be jumping back in to say hi. Some of our awesome streamers, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and appreciate you doing this. This is just an awesome thing that you do over here, so really happy to be a part of it. Alright, let's... He'll be back. It's my only day. Thank you. Yep, I will be, I'll be here at least until I do this. And who knows, we'll talk. Maybe, if there's another one you want to do, I might just jump in, and do another one if I can. So we'll talk afterwards, tomorrow or something. Go down. Whoa! Definitely don't want that. There we go. That could have been bad. Alright. Up and over. Alright, so now it's gonna be the, that kind of like tight corridor, but they have the spears, so forward aggression is key here. Do not let them set the cadence of this fight. Alright. I'm gonna take them out quickly, because if they swarm, you are in big trouble. There we go. Marco says, going to get ready for your stream. Thanks for scheduling your charity event. Thank you so much, Marco. Yeah, and everybody, after you're done here, why don't you head on over to Retro with Marco. He is back with his awesome show, where it's just kind of retro gaming news and news of all like the competitive retro gaming. So speed runs and high scores. You get all the latest on there. Yours truly has been featured on the show before, so I definitely like to give it a plug. But yeah, seriously, Marco's show is awesome. Definitely check it out. Hey, Reps the Dino, what's going on? First time chat, welcome. Thank you for coming out to our charity stream. We're a little over halfway through. We did the leaderboard clear that was planned for easy mode. Now we're working on normal mode. Let's see if they actually have the sub-boss. Easy mode cut out all the sub-bosses. So let's see if they have it here. Yes! Okay, they brought it back in. Excellent. And if you are so inclined, you're feeling generous to our cause, please check out my event. Hey, what's going on? Please check out my About section. We have a widget to donate to our charity for the evening, which is Stand Up to Cancer. All right. Excellent organization, funds cancer research projects all around the world. Really important stuff. So anything you could do is really appreciated. Whether it's $1, $10, or whatever, it's every little bit helps. And even if not, we're just happy to have you here gaining awareness. What I like to do here is I like to kind of go like a 2-1 system, right? So, up 2, kill, up 1, kill. Alright, so that's the 2. Now we're going to go up 1, wait for the next. And now we go up 2. Up 1. Oh, I broke my pattern. That wasn't good. There we go. Got us a free life here. Reps, I'm loving all these dino emotes that you got going on. They are awesome. What we got here? We've got some follows. Opium Phoenix and Reps the Dino. Thank you so much. Some cool people said to stop in and stay, and so hello. Well, thank you so much for coming out. What a name, Opium Phoenix. I like it. That's pretty funny. Yes, thank you for coming out. You know, we have a we got a charity stream here going for Stand Up to Cancer. And the goal here for today, aside from fundraising, is we are trying to get the top 2 leaderboard positions on LvlUp store for Castlevania Bloodlines. So I have the world record high score, which I just reset at PAX East this year. But that is for expert modes. That's up on Twin Galaxies. But on LvlUp, they do it by normal and easy mode. So I'm taking those out tonight. I've taken out easy mode already. Now we're on normal. I will check the chat in just a second, because this part gets a little hairy. That's what she said. I had to do it. So whatever, on this part, whatever side they approach from is the side they're going to attack from. Yo, what's crazy is on easy mode, they just like sit there. They don't like do like the swoop and swirl around. They just kind of like sit there and wait for you to kill them. Like I kind of feel like I was playing a completely different game. Alright, if they take a wide path around you, you can wait for them to attack. If they take a tight path around you, like that, you gotta get them, or else they're gonna come from above and you're screwed. Oh man! That would have been awful. Alright, what do we got? You get too much attention from the name. Thank you. You haven't been in streams much lately, but you lurk a bit. Good luck on the game stream. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out. And Reps the Dino. Your emotes are awesome. You got dinosaurs, you got the dramatic gopher. So because I don't have the flame whip, I gotta hit him an extra time each pass. But if you do it quick enough, they don't get a shot off on you. Nope, too close. Got him. Oh, it is very anxiety-inducing. The music, too. The music is perfect for, like, ratcheting up the tension. When I was, like, training to actually, like, do the records for this, yeah, oh, man, like, just that music would just have me on edge. A puppy! Yay, a puppy emoji. Or emote. Well, look, I gotta match somewhat in kind here. That is our puppy. That's Edison. He's upstairs. He's a Yorkie. Trent Fusion! Everybody, Trent Fusion! So first off, I gotta give a shout out to Trent. Trent has just recently started streaming, and already they got their stuff down, alright? Their overlay looks great, the video quality looks good, the sound's good, the camera looks good, they got, you know, got stream elements going, everything. Definitely give Trent Fusion a follow. They've been playing some good stuff lately. Just went through Mega Man X the other night, which was really cool. Yeah, everybody give Trent Fusion a follow. So Trent, we already did the leaderboard clear for easy mode, now we're just doing the normal mode one. Once again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but anybody who's planning to donate to the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation, just go into my About section. There is a widget in there that'll take you right through the entire process. Remember, 100% of all the proceeds goes to the organization. I don't see a single red cent of any of this. All right, I am just here to help. Oh, anytime, dude. And you have also just been a very long-time supporter of mine. So I'm happy to be able to return the favor now that you've put your hat in the ring here. Okay, cool. So that's only there in expert mode. The guy who's down there, who is really annoying to deal with, they're only there in expert. I gotta get the secrets over here. Oh, man. Now you're reminding me, I gotta check my battery. I'm at 31%. Yeah, my phone acts as my Stream Deck. A very poor quality one at that. So, I've had it die in the middle of the stream many a time. Slowly swinging. Oh, man. See, I'm not gonna like boomerang here, so depending on what they have going on for the enemies, I might have to use like the blue dragon sub-weapon, which is... Ah! That doesn't matter anymore. Nope. Ah! You are here this time. So let's see, in expert mode, they send bats at you. Any major differences in these modes other than difficulty? Huge differences! Oh man! So easy mode cut out like all the sub-bosses. This section, both of them, there's supposed, in expert mode, there's bats that come at you. There are none. A lot of the like pop-up, like ghost enemies are missing. There's, in the last few stages, there were a couple like skeleton enemies missing. Alright, so the Medusas are here. They were not here in easy mode. But yeah, so much was missing. So like, if you played easy mode, you never fight the Frankenstein, you don't fight the, a couple others too. You don't fight the big snake on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You don't fight the punching knight. A whole bunch of stuff missing. The orbs, yes! So Elizabeth Bartley, when you fight her at the end, she only has one phase. She just has like the Medusa phase, but she doesn't do the orbs part. Also, Death has like 3 cards that just throw a ton of meat at you. So you can replenish your health in the final level, which on expert mode, you gotta do it all in one shot. Whew. That would have been a death in 4, by the way. So let's see here. Some of these guys were missing. There was only one ghost in the entire area. So let's see. Yep. Okay, so we got one here. Now let's see if it's like on expert where you trigger it here. Nope. No trigger. All right, so you're missing one there. And you can tell I played entirely too much of this game training for those records, because like all these stupid little things, I'm like, oh yeah, that's missing, that's missing. Alright, there's only one there instead of 2. This is the Frankenstein area. This was completely gone in easy mode. Yay, Frankenstein! Opium Phoenix says, they're good, thank you. Learning some old school Zelda strats. How's the day, evening? Tell me about these old school Zelda strats. What do you got going on? What are you trying to do? Spent quite a bit of time talking about Zelda here. And I'm one of the few people who will admit to really liking Zelda 2. Which Henry Hochberger doesn't believe me. They think I'm lying about my affinity for Zelda 2. I'm sorry, bud. You don't have to believe it. I like it. Ah! Oh no! See, that's why I usually go really slow through there, and I completely botch that, and I feel like a total idiot. I have to go glance at the chat when I really should not have. But yeah, look how much health that takes away. It's crazy. Alright, I will check the chat once I get through this section, because this section is a menace. Hopefully there's no bats. If there's no bats, it's not a big deal. Okay, it appears that the bats are only on expert mode, as just like an extra FU. Down we go. that's kind of not lining up. We got to make sure we sync a little better. Come on. Synchronicity, be like Sting. The musician, not the wrestler. Although Sting the wrestler is pretty awesome too. Yeah, see, that really did do a ton. It takes away about like 3/4 of your health. Reminded of this game called Splatterhouse recently. Dude, I love Splatterhouse. Let's see. Zelda 2 was different and challenging. You were doing speed runs of Zelda 1. Awesome. Got it less than an hour ago. Saying 90% off, so it was under $3. Excellent! Well, that's cool. Dude, Splatterhouse is great. The first 2 Splatterhouse games are really awesome. The third one is weird. Kind of like more like a beat-em-up. But like you're like on a time limit, and if you don't do things fast enough, like they kill your girlfriend. But yeah, Splatterhouse is great. Somebody was in my chat last stream on Tuesday. They were playing through Splatterhouse on TurboGrafx, which is a really good port of the game. It's not that it was banned. It was, it got a lot of controversy. They were like, oh, this is too violent, all that. But it never got actually banned. At least not in the United States. It wasn't actually banned. Just a bunch of busybodies made a fuss about it. Yeah, it was in the 80s. Moral majority, satanic panic, all that nonsense. All the tipper doors of the world. You got it. One game that needs a remake is Eternal Champions. I both agree and disagree. Eternal Champions is one of the coolest fighting games, got really cool characters. The lore behind it is awesome. The music is great. One of the things ended up being a sample of a Bone Thugs song back in the day. But holy crap, is that a just slow moving, just muddled down action fighter. Like, I really want to like Eternal Champions. I do. I have the game. I got a CIB copy here, as well as, you know, have it on the flash card. But, oh man, if it just sped up a little bit. It needs a little faster action. So I would love to see that with just like a little bit of a tweak to the gameplay, and I'm absolutely with you. A remake of Eternal Champions would be so cool. Yeah, exactly. Lethargic. That is probably the best way you could put it. It does feel lethargic. Come on, baby. Boom. Alright, let's see if I can do this a little better than I did last time. I kind of botched this part last time. Take that. That's how you do it. Alright, I will check the chat in just a second. Gotta get through these things because they are absolutely nasty when they get you, and they come fast. That Axe Knight. And I didn't mention it on this game, I mentioned it at PAX, but I probably should mention here. If you notice how sometimes, like, one whip strike hits him twice, if you hold the button down, he holds it out longer, so you get double shots on a lot of people. So it makes it... I only have to swing the whip 3 times as opposed to 5 times to kill him, so big difference. So you're saying it's a decent side scroller where you look like Jason Voorhees a bit. You absolutely did look like Jason Voorhees. I think part of why, like in the US version on the TurboGrafx, they actually gave him a red ski mask to kind of counteract that a little bit. Crap. That guy just sandwiched me. That sucked. I hope the ghosts aren't in this next room. I don't know what normal mode has in store for me. Nice, no ghosts. Because I am afraid of no ghosts. So, like, expert mode takes a lot of already tough spots and then goes, hey, what if we put in these, like, flying, chasing enemies just to mess with you and make it even worse? That's kind of like their motto. Oh yeah, check out Splatterhouse on, I mean, not just the arcade original, but check out the TurboGrafx version too, and just kind of, you know, all the different releases. Only the first one was in the arcade. For the longest time, I thought the second was an arcade game too, because it plays just like the first, but the second one is a Genesis exclusive. See, like how it, like, dribbled off that platform up there? Gotta be careful of that. Ooh. Ah! Blew himself up. Not very smart with those. Post a link in the Discord if you tag if you like. Maybe a Flash player that runs it on Vim's Lair. Vim's Lair! Dude, Vim's Lair had been my source of ROMs going back to the, like, early 2000s. Holy crap. I'm glad they got most of their ROMs back. I know they got shut down for a while. But yeah, what an amazing site. I can't believe it's still going all these years later. Like, literally, I went to Vim's Lair in, like, 2000. I know, it's crazy. Yeah, and it's one of the ones that didn't have all the, like, other stuff. Like, I remember when you go to, like, coolrom.com back in the day and you were bombarded with all kinds of, like, nasty hentai spam and all kinds of stuff. Like, other ones would just give you, like, you know, random viruses and crap, so... Yeah, definitely better this way. Cool ROMs was legit except for that, you know, that part. It was, like, legit, but, like, don't let the wrong people see you going to Cool ROM because they're gonna have some questions. I actually, the first website I ever programmed, this was back in 1998, I was 11 years old, I haven't even turned 12 yet, and I programmed an emulator and ROM site. It was hosted on Angel Fire, but I didn't use, like, the ready-made template thing. I actually, like, learned HTML and did it myself, and it was your standard, tacky, late 90s website, flame backgrounds, Bart Simpson GIFs, the whole nine. But yeah, it had, you can get ROMs and emulators for NES, Genesis, TurboGrafx, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy on there. Called it Classic Emulation. And my big trick that I figured out that I didn't find anywhere was making image-based links. So, like, when you would go to, like, the page that you wanted your emulators or ROMs for, right? You would click the logo of the company. You'd click, like, the Nintendo logo. And I thought it was, like, the coolest thing. I was like, oh, I did that! Clearly, it's nothing, but... Hey, man, when you're, like, 11 years old and just learning how to program, it's pretty awesome. Tagging the cord, where to find it. Nice. Speaking of like old school emulation days, there's a guy on here who's like a legend of that scene. Opium Phoenix. You ever hear of a place called Zophar's Domain? So yeah, Zophar's Domain had been a site since like 97. And that was where like a lot of people got their first emulators. Like I'm pretty sure that's where I downloaded my first copy of like Nesticle and like Genesis off of. But yeah, tons of that, tools, docs about like the inner workings of the systems. That was Zophar's Domain. Zophar's on here. Like I randomly stumbled on his stream and it's like, dude, like that dude is what got me to like start like programming and stuff. Like his site. So it was crazy, like, you know, almost 30 years after the fact, being able to like actually like talk to the man and like thank him for all he had done, you know, how he'd affected my life and just all he'd done for the community at large. Cool. I'll check that out in a second. So that had to do with Tomb Raider guides, which anything Tomb Raider is A-okay by me. I love Tomb Raider. I still got my copy I got on my PlayStation back in '96. Alright, so for here, just duck. You don't want to get hit by the extendo punch. That will really do some damage. This whole scene was cut out in the easy mode, by the way. Alright, so... yeah, Nesticle. That was a crazy emulator. And that got me into ROM hacking a little too. Like I learned a little bit about ROM hacking and pixel art because of the tools built into Nesticle. But let's see, yeah, you hung out with Stella, who created the Stella guides for Tomb Raider back in the day. That's really cool. In streams and charity events. That's awesome. But yeah, anybody who like missed out on like the late 90s and early 2000s internet, I'm sorry. You missed awesomeness. You also missed a lot of terrible stuff, but you missed awesomeness overall. Segway bot. Only use of a firearm. He's in the communities. That's so cool. Alright, so once again, we're going to stand here. Once the ball gets the lips. What? That's different. Okay, so this is different than both easy and expert. There's a fourth set here. Holy crap. Expert doesn't have a fourth set. So on easy mode, it's a single ball each, right? But it's only 3. This mode, it's 2 balls each, but there's 4. Expert mode is 3 balls each, but there's only 3. Have you played the original Mortal Kombat games? Absolutely. If you're asking me, oh my god, yes. Let's see, rip the dino, go to that link, maybe you'll play online, and it'll load in the browser. Cool. You got PTSD from seeing play online. Oh man. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, oh dude. Yeah, exactly. It is all crazy that that part wasn't an expert, that like there's just so many differences between the modes. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, the first time I played Mortal Kombat was in the arcade, right before the home game released. I played it at an arcade in Orlando on a trip down to Disney. And I thought it was awesome. And then when I got my Super Nintendo later that year, I got it with Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Mortal Kombat. But yeah, like all 90s kids, was absolutely obsessed with Mortal Kombat. Oh, flawless there. You literally beat Final Fantasy 11 this week. Cool. That's awesome. I have never even played 11. In fact, I have 7, 8, and 9 here. I didn't like 8 back in the day, so I never finished it. 9 I played a little bit and didn't get to finish it, but it was awesome. So I have some Final Fantasies I gotta get through, so start putting in some RPG streams here. Oh yeah, the MK collection is so cool. Like, I'm really happy they released that. Oh, speaking of Mortal Kombat, so I've been trying to line up, the guy was interested, right? But he wants to get the game into like a little better shape. So there's a guy out there who made a 3DO port of Mortal Kombat 2, right? And it is insanely good. Like, it is, in my opinion, the best home port of the game that ever came out before they started just being like emulated, right? Like, this dude did it. Like, if this had come out in '93, the 3DO probably would have had a better chance. It is that good. The sprites are nice and big, the music's clear, the game plays well, and also what he did was he removed the babalities and created two realities, like real 3DO, so they're all like 3DO Easter eggs in there. But yeah, this guy said he's interested in sitting down for an interview, but wants to get the game into better shape first. So I'm hoping he's ready soon, because I'd love to talk to him about it. But yeah, like, seriously impressive. Like, if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube and look up the 3DO port of Mortal Kombat 2 and prepare to be blown away, like, what a job this guy did. And it's also, it is a completely from scratch port. Like, they didn't use, like, code from another version or anything like that. Like, just did it like somebody would have ported it back in the day. Alright, so that one, they were slower in easy mode, but there's still balls missing in normal mode. Flash player, oh man. That's a term I haven't heard in a long time. Takes me back to newgrounds.com. Alright, same deal here. Take out the first one and we're gonna wait. We got 1, should be 7 of them. 2, really wish I had the super punch out counting sounds. 3, 4, especially the 5. 5. Alright, I think that was the last one. Yep, we're good. Let's say on the chat here. Yeah, Tiff loves the those guys running. You like the sound, don't you? It's like the clinking sound. Rounds are easy to find. Strategy guides and manuals are what you hunted for. Used MU Paradise before they got sued. Yeah, MU Paradise wasn't bad. Yeah, Vim's always had manuals too. Like, Vim's was a great source of ROMs and manuals. Excuse me. Alright, time for our boss rush here. Nothing like stairs in the moonlight to let you know you're getting to the end of a Castlevania game. So now this one, unlike Expert Mode, there will still be a meat card here. There'll be one meat card, so you can get a health replenishment. This, underneath, and walk away. But yeah, it was replaced by this, so underneath, walk away. Alright, first Boston album is the Gargoyle. Alright, and as always, just get towards the edge if you want him further away from you, because the platform will spin and kind of send you into him. And you gotta remember, whenever you whip, it plants you. You see, as I did that, it moved me forward. You gotta be careful of that. That's why I like to just lower him to the edge, get to the other side, and then make my attack. That way, if it kind of spins me towards him, I have plenty of room not to get damaged. Alright, what do we got here? We got the golem. Ah! Come on. Ah, I didn't let it take me for a ride. Oh well. And of course, we're going to do our early 2000s Counter-Strike here. And teabag him into the grave. Alright, I got Gearbot here. Gear Steamer, but I think Gearbot is better. Well, that was easy. I always just thought it was hilarious that he gets killed and grabs his like little gear butt. Alright, and then health, right? They just throw a ton of meat on the floor. Alright, now let's fight the Reaper himself. Remember, they always go up to the top left corner, so just get them on the way in, get them on the way out. They start throwing those a little faster this time. There we go. Make sure you don't get hit by that on the way back. Alright, 285, 710, doing really well going into the Elizabeth Bartley fight. Hopefully she has the orb section this time. We are getting very close to completing our goal. We've actually already beaten the leaderboard score. It was somewhere like the 220s. So we have sufficiently beat that. Whip the crap out of her here. Jump. And just strike. Strike hard, strike first, no mercy. Give her the Cobra Kai. Oh, wow, that was stupid. I was just a little too far back and it didn't go over me. Oh, nope, got the orbs. Alright, it's happening. So just jump from the center. Jump from the center and, like, land on her head with the whip. You're just, like, kind of bonking her from above. Okay, but glad to stop in. Cool chatting. Definitely be back. Lurk, thank you so much. Opium Phoenix, everybody. Make sure you drop them a follow. If only for their awesome name. As technically they're a flaming bird of drugs. And who doesn't like a flaming bird of drugs? Come on, Liz. Crazy aristocrat, bored with her life, trying to summon vampires. I always hate that it leaves you with one sliver on the enemy, like one bar. You have to go through that whole process again just to do one damage. Yay! Ah, you didn't catch the right field on the deinterlacing, so her dress is like flickering the background and it falls down. You sometimes see it on the stream, sometimes you don't. It depends on what field it decides to do the deinterlacing from. Alright. That fight is a little annoying, but it's not so bad. Yeah, you get good points for it too. But it also means that we are at the end. Time to fight Big Bad Vlad. Dracula himself. Alright. Let's do this. Got to do 2 leaderboard toppings in one sitting here. Let's take him down. They're right here, that line in front. As soon as their head pops up, jump, and whip them in the head and duck. The duck is important, and you want to hold the whip out when you do it, so that way, like, you kind of rake down their projectiles like as a column. Helps keep you from getting damaged. Like that. See how like all 3 just got taken out from above. Kind of like rake down the entire column. Alright, my least favorite part of the battle. Here we go. Ugh. That was annoying. There we go. Alright, so just a little photosensitivity warning. It's going to get a little flashy here. Alright, so for this one, when they start flashing red, give them their first whip. Whip them diagonally up into the corner, get to the other corner, duck. You do that, and you whip diagonally up, you'll catch them underneath the wing and whip them right up into that corner every time. Always give them a second to come a little bit out of the corner. That'll make it so that they get stuck all the way over there, and you can predict where the flame's going to be from. Alright, this. They only spit the bones when you whip them. If you don't want the bones coming at you, just don't whip them. And you notice they lose some skin every time you do it. Alright, last shot. Done. Alright, let's see what our final score is here. That's going to be the new top for normal mode on Level Up score. And yes, we did just do that back-to-back, no deaths. shattering the score each time. Oh man, 305 without even getting the final bonuses. .316, 710. Wow, great score. We got some GGs in that chat. Thank you so much.